Coming up next, it's a UFC heavyweight division collision. Well, this dude is a submission magician. I am very thankful I am not fighting him here tonight, and it's really a case of pick your poison. He has so many different chokes in his arsenal and has been a master of getting these fights exactly where he wants them.
There are black belts and there are guys like this who can do jiu-jitsu at a level that not many people, regardless of the time spent, can truly get to. His understanding of position is truly unbelievable. He always has the frame. The moment you start to press into him, he's always underhooking, always looking for the next escape move, but not to get back to his feet.
Right.
He wants to go from bottom to top. If he's in the top position, you are constantly in danger. Don't think he can't submit you from the bottom.
Right.
But his position of choice will always be in the top position, sitting in that beautiful half guard.
Yeah, his striking also has improved a lot, but no secret as to what he'll be trying to do in this matchup tonight. I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. Enter Bruce Lee.
I mean, that's Bruce Lee in a nutshell. Over and over and over, he did the same thing, and it shows in the technique because there's no wasted energy. There's no wasted movements. Everything he does with a purpose. He goes in there with an idea of what he's trying to accomplish, and he gets it done. Bruce Lee is the absolute best. Bruce Lee is the man.
His grappling, his takedown defense figure to be tested here tonight, but there aren't that many guys who are going to want to stand and trade on a napkin in the center of the octagon with the great Bruce Lee.
No, if you're fighting Bruce Lee, you're shooting for takedowns right away.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon, Herb Dean. This is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, it's time! 5 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a jiu-jitsu fighter, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 6 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 265 pounds. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, USA, Monster. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of Los Angeles, California, Bruce the Dragon Lee!
You've been given your instructions in the dressing room. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We will have a clean fight. Touch gloves, let's make it official.
Ready. Ready to fight.
All right, so here we go. The weight and the height gives way to the action right here on one side. Maybe the division's most well-rounded fighter, taking on arguably the biggest submission threat in this division.
Because he's such a great submission grappler, I believe that this is the most dangerous fight for him in the division.
Wow.
He needs to maintain his space, stay away from this guy at all costs, and force him to stand up with him.
DC, didn't take him long to find his range here tonight, huh?
His timing is on point. Notice the drive. Look at how they drive the knee right into the midsection.
Oh, stuffs the takedown without issue. Oh, really exploiting his reach advantage as he landed the jab there, DC. And the fighters engaged in the clinch here right out of the chute. Lands with the knee to the body.
Look at him chopping the wood. Chop the wood with those leg kicks. Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one?
Archer, there's the early takedown. He told us on Thursday he didn't necessarily see a path to victory if he couldn't get takedowns. That is certainly a good sign.
Right away, he got the takedown. I don't believe they could have imagined that it would work so well so early. Great job.
Single collar tie now.
Good body
Big
shot.
knee.
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press it. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
Oh, he might be out. Oh! Leg kick checked effectively there by Lee. Oh my gosh, perfect execution on the Imanari roll, right into a heel hook now. Let's see if he can submit his opponent. Absolutely incredible. And he's out. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. Closed guard. Good movement by him here, transitioning very well on the ground tonight.
Step for step, he's staying with his opponent in every transition.
Oh, nice job to reverse position on the ground.
It was bad, but now it's not so bad. What a fantastic sweep.
Crazy accuracy and efficiency with these ground and pound strikes here. And if you're the opponent, you got to intelligently defend or the referee's going to stop it.
You got to defend, but you can see him now starting to gain posture, and the intensity at which he's throwing these ground strikes is starting to improve. It's starting to elevate because he knows that he can get the finish. He's attacking armbar now. You got to recognize that when a guy starts to put his feet on your hips, you got to move him off, and you got to cover. You can't be off to an angle. Now he falls back into the finishing position.
Wow. Oh, back up again. You can't hold a good man down.
Big kick.
Strong defense here as the hook to the head is blocked.
He's throwing every part of himself into these big leg kicks.
Oh! Huge kick to the head. Oh, really using his reach advantage there with that punch, DC. Oh, he's got it going now. Nice connection there, DC.
Another punch landed.
Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? And they separate.
Oh, nice.
He is all about that left kick to the body.
He has a commitment to kicking tonight, and it shows.
We need the takedown now.
30 seconds now to go in the opening round. Slips. All right, he'll engage in a single collar tie.
Straight punch land.
Oh, nice job working hard, posting, and getting back up.
He's cutting down the side with these beautiful leg kicks.
The horn sounds for the end of round one. All right, so we now look back at some of the action from that previous round, DC. A lot of good highlights on both sides.
I mean, a lot of good highlights from both competitors. They both should be very proud of what they accomplished. But I'm telling you, man, I'm not sure they can keep this up. If they land at this clip for another 5 minutes, somebody's going to sleep.
Right, listen to me. You did good that round, but we got to do better. Okay? So wrestling.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Nice strike.
Lands the head kick. How about that shin? And a nice job at least staying upright on that. So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on. Oh, lands an uppercut to the head now, DC.
Usually when you're the shorter fighter, you can land those types of shots. Look back to Mike Tyson in his prime. He landed those over and over again to put guys to sleep.
Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue. Oh, man, how is he standing? Brutal knee to the body.
Big powerful punch land. Now he gets back to range.
Oh, I'd probably dislocate my hip. Look at that roundhouse.
I mean, he can get that kick off in any direction if you're not careful. If he throws that kick to the body too many times and you start guessing body, he will take it up high and in your night.
And an immediate transition to the judo throw right into side control.
He's inside control. He's got a ton of options. He has a headlock trying to pin his opponent's back down flat onto the mat. Look for him to transition to an arm triangle to try to chase the finish. He needs to push the arm to the side, get his head against the mat. Now watch, as he goes to the finish, watch his chest go to the mat. Oh, he might have got him with a choke.
Wow. All right, right into side control. Upper body strength figures to be put to good use here.
Yes, absolutely. And you got to look for his opponent to turn back into him. He should chase guillotine, but the opponent turns to the opposite side. He can take his back, throw his hooks in, try to choke, or flatten him out and just go for the finish.
I mean, how many can he take? Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now.
Get your hips back. Move your hips.
Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
Just over 2 minutes now to go in round two.
Scramble, scramble, scramble.
Solid strike on the ground. Man, this is some serious ground and pound. He's trying to put this dude's head, like, through the canvas.
He's one of the better ground and pound fighters we have in the entire UFC, and you're seeing why.
Oh, looks like he's transitioned to an armbar.
You cannot stay in the guard of these great jiu-jitsu guys. He's gonna attack armbar here.
Continuing to try to manipulate the head here. And this might just be a matter of time. Somehow stays in the fight. All right, full guard here, DC. We'll see how soon he tries to pass.
Well, he needs to be passing immediately. In the full guard is where you are in most danger as a top fighter because they have all of their submissions.
Right.
They have the guillotines, they have the armbar, they have the kimuras, they have all their locks when they're in the full guard. So if you pass, you really do limit the danger that you're in from the top position.
Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here. Well, you see all the grappling repetitions here. Just beautiful movement, seamless transitions on the ground.
Over and over, these guys are doing things that you see in every jiu-jitsu gym around the country.
20 seconds now remain in the round. Oh, so an interesting decision there as he decides to stand up and relinquish the dominant position. 10 seconds now to go in the round.
That was no good. Nice strike.
And that's the end of round number 2. All right, let us now look back at some of the highlights from that round, and there just aren't that many guys on this roster that can keep up this offensive wrestling pace over 15 or 25 minutes.
But he's one of those guys. He is one of those guys that's able to continuously take you down, even if you get up over and over. He has this ability to maintain that pace and pressure that he can wear his opponents down. That's why you see him get so many finishes as the fight progresses. It's such a fast leg kick.
single collar tie there. Well, we talked about that reach advantage as you see him land the straight punch there. Great job using his length in that situation.
Much improved defensively as he blocks the shot. And they separate.
Look at how he turns his hip over when he throws that kick.
Oh, man, his leg kicks are outstanding, and you saw a great example of that just there.
And you see his opponent start to slow down. He cannot take many of those kicks.
And they separate. Well, he has landed some good shots, DC, but really unable to string anything together in terms of solid combinations.
It's because he's not committing to it fully. He throws his jab. He may float a right hand out there, but he's not really sitting down on the right hand. He really doesn't seem to have the intent on landing it. He's got to be confident that it's going to land, and he's got to really throw his whole entire body into the strike.
All right, so a nice straight punch there after he caught the leg. He decides to punch out as opposed to going for any takedown.
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad. He's mixing up his target. He's throwing kicks. He's throwing punches.
Oh, look at this out of nowhere. It's flashy but effective. Imanari roll into a potential heel hook here. This could get interesting.
Oh! He's gonna tap.
Oh, we're getting a finish here. Not tapping out tonight.
Oh, right in the mouth.
Outstanding ground and pound here. Somewhat of a lost art in MMA, at least in terms of making sure that every strike counts. Not an issue for him.
He's making every single one of them count. He is not pity-patting. He's not touching. Every punch that lands, he wants you to feel it.
All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
Strong bottom work here, staying busy. Lee's right back to the full mount here. All right, working inside the closed guard now. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. All right, inside his opponent's guard here, DC. You don't want to play around here too long.
No, you got to either have two hands in or two hands out, or guys start to attack triangle.
And he landed the right hand there. Under 2 minutes to go in the round. Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
And he's back up. Blocks that strike. Well, it's all pace and pressure down the stretch. He is really lighting him up now.
Look at how he turns his hip into that leg kick. Beautiful strike.
Oh, collar tie. And now his opponent in a roller drop.
Such a sneaky head kick. He did not recognize it. He's coming high, and now he's got hurt bad. Oh, nice. Nice. That one landed clean. He went high on that one.
All right, he engages in the single collar tie. Now he's got the Muay Thai plug. Stuffs the takedown, no problem. Got the single collar tie. 30 seconds now to go in the round.
What a punch. He loaded up there on that high kick.
That's a good combination. Takedown defense holds up. So both fighters here continuing to try to get a more dominant position. Visibly limping here.
Excellent job, just like you trained me. The game plan couldn't be coming together more perfectly.
So the crowd voicing its appreciation after that round. We had a knockdown courtesy of a punch midway through. DC, here's your highlight.
It was straight. He threw him in combination and landed that big punch that really did hurt his opponent. Lesser men would have been done. He's got a tough guy in front of him. He will have to go back to this again. He will have to get back to this action if he wants to get the desired finish.
You ready to fight? You ready?
Starting to do some really significant damage to the body here. Another strike lands there.
Oh, that's a nice strike. Liver kick.
Since the fight thus far, how's his opponent still standing?
I mean, I have no idea. This fight is supposed to be over. And it might not be over now, but it's got to be over very soon.
Oh, that right hand is on point. Slips.
You got to check these low leg kicks.
Continues to mix it up, going to the head, mixing in some body shots. Lee gets caught with that punch. Stuffs the takedown, no problem. And they separate.
Nice shot to the body.
Well, not only has he stayed aggressive as he was in the previous round, landing a high volume of strikes, but he's also been there, DC, he is officially rocked.
A big, massive hook that really has put his opponent on skates.
Right hand on the counter is true. Oh, single collar tie here.
Got to the clinch, controlled the posture, and lands some big.
Oh, huge right hand.
Dude's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him.
Oh, he might be out. Oh, straight right. Oh, big shots exchanged in the pocket there.
Nice.
Oh!
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish this fight. That's a great punch. Does a lot of damage if you can hit him in the body that quick.
Oh! Now they're both throwing with power. All right, single collar tie now. Big elbow! That knee might have landed there. Oh, stuffs the takedown without issue.
Punch over the elbow. Holy smokes! Put him to sleep. Now he's on top of him looking for the finish.
Man, isn't it fun to watch this dude work on the mat?
He's unbelievable how fluid he is in his motion on the mat. Nice. Gotta be careful, armbar. You gotta recognize that when a guy starts to put his feet on your hips, you gotta move him off, and you gotta cover. You can't be off to an angle. Now he falls back into the finishing position.
And there it is. Let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
I mean, you know, this guy has such a great submission game that you cannot lay in his guard. He's so skilled, he's so tricky, and he's so good at weaving a web that gets you lost in it that he made him pay for it tonight and got the submission victory.
So there he is, your winner by submission tonight, and that is how you put the rest of the division on notice. A huge result for him here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 6 seconds of round number 4. For the winner by submission, Monster!
Oh, what an incredible result here tonight as you see the winner there celebrating his victory by way of submission, and they put so much stock into finishing this fight. They felt like to really spin his career forward, they needed to not just win, but get the finish, and they certainly got it tonight.
They got the finish. He's such a terrific grappler. Every time he is on his back,
He looks for submissions over and over again. Eventually, he found one tonight and got the desired result.